Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review, series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, I am super excited for this. Super excited for this, but we'll get to that. Folks, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my ginger shirt. I love this shirt. It's a very cool design, with the sunflowers and the skulls and such. If you're unfamiliar with the band Ginger, they are a band that's been around, gotta be over a decade now, from the Ukraine. And they, I don't know. I typically sort of think of them as sort of progressive metalcore as being kind of their genre. I know that when asked at one point, the guitarist was asked if he considered the band to be metal, and he said, he didn't really think so. He felt that they were more just progressive. But they're definitely a metal band. Like, it's his band and everything. But they're definitely a metal band. They really started to break out, several years back when the vocal talents of the lead singer Tatiana really started to become apparent. She's an incredible vocalist. She has just a phenomenal range. But even beyond that, like all the band members have incredible musicianship. I think they're really fucking great. And I've been into them since way before people started really catching on. For years, I was telling people about this band. I'm so happy that they really started to break out. I've seen them perform live on a number of occasions. I actually have videos of said performances that are on the channel, just in case maybe you want to check them out. If nothing else, I'd be happy to point you kind of in the right direction as far as, their music and stuff is concerned. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, this was one of those things where it just happened on a whim. Like, there was nothing that super prompted it. It just happened, and then I was happy that it did. Because, folks, boom, but not just any boom, folks. It happens to be boom. But what is this, folks? So this is from a local spot called Barbara's Polish Deli. And they have, like, a cool little, like, sort of cafeteria-style thing where you can go over there and you can get different stuff. This is their, I guess basically for all intents and purposes, I'm going to call it like their 2-meat lunch special meal, where you get to go over there and pick out 2 entrees and then 2 sides. I went over there, I got myself some stuffed cabbage. I just went stuffed cabbage as my, my 2 entrees. And then 2 sides, I had to go classic pierogies, and I went over there and got myself potato pancake. I'm going to try it all for you. Let's get a thing for the thing, though. I have to be a little bit careful because it's got some stuff to it. It looks like that. Maybe. Potato pancake. That's not going to help. That's all right. It looks like that. And, yeah, man, let's give it a go. Oh, well, with this being a local establishment, that means that this review is going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist, which is a playlist for just local spots and stuff. So, I'm going to jump into the potato pancake because I like a potato pancake. I love a potato pancake. So let's go potato pancake. Potato pancakes don't taste like anything else on this planet. And that has a good potato pancake flavor. That's good. That's definitely hitting the spot. And, different people like it prepared a little bit differently. Some people prefer it kind of crispy throughout. I actually, maybe this is just because the way I grew up with them. I prefer them when they're a little bit softer, kind of in the middle, with the crispiness on the outside. And that's exactly what I'm getting from this. It's definitely very tasty. Again, it's hitting all the notes that I want a potato pancake to hit. If I were a little kid, I would put sugar on it. But that's good, man. It's got that nice potato pancake flavor. I will say this. It's not the best potato pancake I've ever had. I think a lot of that just comes down to the fact that, again, it is sort of served kind of cafeteria style. So it's obviously not made like right then and there in front of you. It's still fresh tasting for sure, but obviously, if it were made, I think, if it were just made like straight to order, probably just bring it up to that next level. But it's a good potato pancake. Again, it's doing all the things I want a potato pancake to do. That's good. That's a solid potato pancake. But let's move on to the pierogies. I do not know what is in the pierogies, but seeing as how the sides are considered to be meatless sides, I'm guessing that there isn't any meat in them, which is fine. And I actually reviewed some pierogies from a place, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head, but another place not too long ago. I like the way that I immediately went over there, punctured into that. It didn't fight me back or anything, so. Very good. Very good pierogies. They're nice and moist, easy to bite into, almost melt in your mouth. And then, as for the filling, I do like the fact that the edge of the pierogies are just a little bit crispy, so it's not just all one texture. I'm trying to work out specifically what the flavor is. I'm guessing maybe like a cheese, because I know like a lot of times pierogies will use cheese if they're not using meat. It starts off, it has a relatively mellow flavor, but then it really kind of amps up. You get this nice kind of crescendo of flavor. Got a little bit of a zing to it, almost made me wonder if there was like a sauerkraut in it, but I don't think so. I'm guessing they're just cheese pierogies, but like whatever cheese they're using is very flavorful. Mind you, I could be completely wrong too. But whatever it is, it's really nice. Got a little bit of a zing to it. Almost has a flavor, reminds me a little bit of like a soy sauce kind of thing. Like, that nice kind of like savory without being savory, a little bit salty kind of flavor. But these are some nice pierogies. Like, I like these a lot. Now, the main event, the stuffed cabbage. I haven't had stuffed cabbage since I was at least in high school. Occasionally my stepmom at the time would make them. But she was a bitch. And I'd rather not think about her. Although, that said, I hope she's doing well and all that good stuff. I hope she's overcome the bullshit that she was dealing with at the time. All that good stuff. I'm an evolved person and shit. But let's go ahead. Oh, I like that too. Everything so far, like I love the texture. You can tell that it's been prepared and cooked properly. Because especially with stuffed cabbage, if you don't get that cabbage the right consistency, it can be kind of hard to cut through. But this, like butter. And then you got that. That looks just delicious. Very good. Very, very good. It's got that nice mix of sort of earthiness from the cabbage. And then you've got the nice meatiness from the inside. And it just, and then you've got like the nice kind of like tomatoey aspect from the sauce. Very good. Very, very good. Another thing you can tell that they actually, they definitely did it the right way is that cabbage is one of those things, man. It's very fragrant. It can be almost obnoxious if you don't have it done properly. But with this, you can tell that that's not the case. It's there as a flavoring. It's there to kind of keep everything together. But again, it's not like obnoxious or anything like that. It just kind of adds in a nice little sort of earthy, cabbagey bite. But then, yeah, I think these are nice, man. I like these. Definitely like the tomatoey sauce and everything like that. And it's not like overly acidic. When my stepmom used to do it, former stepmom, it was a much heavier sauce. This, it's lighter sauce. So it's not trying to like take over the show. You're still being allowed to just enjoy it for what it is. But yeah, that's pretty dang good. Now, two questions have to be asked though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, I have to go for me personally. I think I would go yes and yes. Now, here's the thing. Here's the caveat. I enjoyed everything that I ate. I thought it was all very good. I think I paid about $13 for the 2-meat, 2-side special. So not too bad, especially in today's economy. Everything there hit the way that I expected it to hit. All of it was definitely prepared properly and very tasty. But I will say, none of it was like the best version of what I've had in terms of, again, the stuffed cabbage, the pierogies, or the potato pancake. They were all good. I would in fact go as far as to say that they were, they were definitely well above average. They were all flavorful, all very tasty. But I have definitely had better versions of all of those things in other instances, So, but again, I think a lot of that too is just sort of that, again, that kind of cafeteria style, way that they do things for their meals, which I'm not knocking, by the way, because it allows them to go over there, you can get your meal, do your thing. But I do think, again, made right to order, probably going to be a little bit better as far as the overall, outcome and everything. But still very tasty. And as a lunch option, absolutely I would be back here for this. Because, I love Polish food. I don't eat nearly as much of it as I would like. And this is, a great little spot where, you can, again, because it is set up the way that it is, you can just get in, get your stuff, make your way out. And I do want to mention, too, the people who ran the place, the 2 girls who were working there, very nice ladies, helpful, because, I didn't know what certain things were. But yeah, I think I would definitely stop in again for, again, for a nice little lunch or something like that. If I'm recommending it, I think that if you enjoy Polish food, I think that this is well representative of some very solid Polish food. Like with anything, it's probably not going to be as good as, properly homemade stuff. And again, there's just one of those things where it's like, if you're expecting it to be like the pinnacle of delicious Polish food, it's not quite that. But it's all very good Polish food. It's all doing all the things that you expect it to do. Every single thing had a nice flavor to it, and everything had the flavors that I was expecting and desiring from it. So, again, if you want, and they do have another meal deal, I think, like that's like maybe $8 or something with just one entree and then a couple sides. So, you can go over there and kind of pick your price and stuff like that. But yeah, I think overall, Barba's Polish Deli, I'm definitely going to be back in there for sure. But 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly Polish food-tastic rest of your life. Because Polish food is delicious. It's wonderful. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what's your personal experience when it comes to Polish food? Do you have a lot of experience with it? No experience with it? Is it your favorite type of cuisine? Is it your least favorite type of cuisine? I don't know that I've ever met anybody who it was their least favorite type of cuisine. I'm fortunate in that I have, family within my family who are very, very Polish. And, so, not so much these days. Everybody's getting older and stuff like that. But, certainly when I was younger, every so often, people would bring over dishes and stuff like that. And I got to experience that, like that homemade, Polish food. And it was just, so wonderful. But anyway.